Ladies, today I want to talk about something that many women experience after a long-term relationship ending, but a few say out loud. What do you do when God feels quiet? Not absent, not angry, not distant in rejection, just quiet. After a separation or a divorce, after illness or sudden loss, there are seasons where the noise of life slows down, and instead of clarity, there is silence. You pray, but the answers don't come immediately. You read, but it doesn't stir you the way it once did. You ask for direction, but the path ahead feels undefined. And if we're honest, that quiet can feel unsettling. Because we are wired for feedback. We like the signs. We like reassurance. We like knowing that something is happening. But here's what I've learned. God often does his deepest work in the quiet. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is not inactivity, it's positioning. When a relationship ends, your instinct is often to rebuild quickly, to regain identity, to regain certainty, to regain emotional stability. But sometimes God does not immediately fill the silence with instruction. Sometimes he allows quiet to recalibrate you. Think about Elijah in 1 Kings 19. After exhaustion, after fear, after running for his life, God did not speak in the wind, not in the earthquake, not in the fire, but in a gentle whisper. And here's something important. Whispers require closeness. Sometimes God grows quiet, not to distance himself from you, but to draw you closer to him. After a long-term relationship ending, external noise decreases. The shared routines stop. The daily negotiations stop. The constant interactions stop. And in that space, you may feel exposed. But exposure is not punishment. It's revelation. Quiet reveals what you lean on, what you fear, what you truly believe, what still needs healing, and what is actually strong inside of you. Hebrews 12:11 says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace." Quiet seasons feel uncomfortable because they remove distraction. And distraction can delay development. Let me say that gently. Sometimes when God feels quiet, he is strengthening you without spectacle. Sometimes when direction feels delayed, he is building discernment inside of dependence. Because there is a difference between urgency and readiness. Urgency pushes, readiness anchors. Urgency says, I need clarity now. Readiness says, I am being prepared. And preparation rarely feels dramatic. It often feels like patience. It often feels like waiting without evidence, trusting without movement, believing without confirmation. But patience is not passive. It is active trust. Patience is waking up each day and choosing steadiness, even when you don't yet see the results. And if you're in a quiet season right now, I want to offer you this shift. Instead of asking, why isn't God speaking louder? Try asking, what is being strengthened within me while I wait? Because roots grow in quiet soil. When the next chapter begins, whether it's new love, new calling, new opportunities, or deeper independence, you will not enter it from panic. You will enter it from foundation. and foundation is formed in the in-between. Now, before we end this message, if you can, take one slow deep breath in through your nose and gently release through your mouth. If this season has felt quiet, if you've questioned whether God is near, if you've wondered whether something is wrong because you didn't feel constant confirmation, I want you to know that silence does not mean absence. Delay doesn't mean denial. Stillness doesn't mean stagnation. It may simply mean strengthening. And with that in mind, let's bring that quiet to God together. And let me pray. Dear Almighty, all-knowing Father, for the woman who feels like you have grown quiet, remind her that she is not abandoned. If you are strengthening her, let her feel anchored. If you are refining her, let her feel steady. If you are preparing her, give her patience without fear. Help her trust that even when she does not see movement, you are working beneath the surface. Where she feels uncertain, give her assurance. Where she feels exposed, give her covering. Where she feels alone, remind her that you are closer than she thinks. Let this in-between season produce stability, not anxiety. Let it produce discernment, not doubt. And let her rest in confidence that you are not fragile, and neither is her future. Amen. Ladies, if this message resonated with you, feel free to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, or share this message with a woman who may be navigating a quiet season of her own. Thank you for being here on Irina's Avenue, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.